I wanted to kind of try something today that I never really do on Vurhonga Savanna, and that is to hunt kudu in their drink time. Their drink time is midnight to 4 AM, and that's the biggest reason I don't really do it. I don't care too much for night hunting in this game, but we're still trying to fill a lot of the small plaques in the trophy lodge, and I think kudu are one of the cooler animals that can do that. And they're really just an opportunity kill for me. I never really specifically target them, and I think it'll be interesting to really specifically go after them in their drink times and see what we can find, because I just sort of find them when I'm hunting other stuff. So going after them specifically, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. And I mean, this is going to be the thing. There should be kind of like kudu grouped up in these areas where we can actually get a lot of them, and that's a nice level 4. So kind of what we're going to be going after. We'll try to go with the light off. I think that's going to make it a little more visible at least. And that was close to 300 meters, so something like that I think is going to be just fine. And since that guy hung him out, we'll just get him as well. So that's a pretty decent start, and I want to check this other side too, because, I mean, most species that drink like at one lake here drink at the other, so we'll see if there's any over here before we go and claim them. Oh yeah, there definitely is. A little group of them down on that side as well. This is going to be really interesting. Like, I never see them so grouped up all in one area. I think that's going to be really good. I think we're going to definitely be able to get a lot of respawns out of them, but that seems to be the only group, so we'll maybe get in a little bit closer here. And if we can, I'd like to get at least 2 of the males. I think there are 3 of them. So we'll try to get the level 3 first, and then one of the level 2s. Probably head down is going to be fine. I think we ended up getting all 3. Although that guy, we didn't hit him really well, but he's going down. And the other male, I don't actually know. The hunting pressure would definitely indicate that we got 2 of them. So I think that worked about as well as it could have. The one thing that I didn't love was that the second one we shot, I didn't really have it spotted, so it's going to be difficult to see in the video, but it's a level 2, so I guess that's not a huge deal. So let's see then. This kind of looks like a level 2. And yeah, we got him pretty well, just through left lung. The first one was dropped here. That's going to be the 3, and then we'll have to go track the 1. And I wonder where we hit him, because the only thing I can figure is he ducked and caught it in the vertebrae. Because that shot was late. I mean, unless it, like, somehow was a lung shot? Oh, I see. He did kind of duck and just got it in the intestines. I think we were lined up pretty good if he didn't, but in all honesty, that wasn't too bad. I think we actually kept, like, a bit of quick kill, so didn't even run that far. And I thought this level 4 actually looked pretty good, so I'm curious to see what he is. Man. He's still about 1.4 away from diamond, but 98 kilos used to be around diamond weight for them, and it did change. I'm actually not sure when. I think probably around the new scoring system being implemented. But yeah, that definitely is a good one. Hopefully that can be maybe a diamond respawn one of these days. And got a heart shot in there on that guy, so that's not too bad. But I think I want to try up here, because I always see them feeding, like, kind of in this general area, like, near the road. And I have to think they're going to drink down at that lake. I mean, at least one does. There's usually zones, like, all the way around, so we'll probably check, just to be sure. Because, I mean, again, this is something I don't ever do, so I'm not even 100% sure what I should look for, but we'll get him. Definitely an easy one for respawns, and I should really have used the tripod, considering it's right there. That would have been nice to reduce hunting pressure, but kind of didn't even see it in the dark. But yeah, I want to go and see at least what's down in there, because as expected, there is another zone. Oh, that's the other thing, though. I'm pretty sure scrub hair drink right now, because I've been hearing warning calls and wondering why, like, all of a sudden there's a bunch down here, because this isn't an area that they frequent, like, when I actually hunt here, but that's something we could actually end up seeing. There's a lot more scrub hair that we usually miss, like when they're hiding wherever it is they hide during the day. But I didn't see any other kudu here other than that one, so there's not much point in us taking the female. That's not really what we're after, and as far as the multi-mounts go, I'm pretty happy with what we have. So I think we will try maybe this lake, actually, just to kind of see what hangs out here. I mean, there's definitely some stuff going on over here, but unfortunately not a whole lot. And really, as far as kudu, there were 2 drinking here, and I ran down like to the other end, but it was just females again, so I guess since we're here, we're just going to take that springbuck, because why not? And I always like to use the Mosin, but I should switch because I don't have the 243 for Jackal, and, you know, I actually didn't know when I was going to introduce this, but why not do it here because I just mentioned it? That is part of the inspiration for why we're actually on Vurhonga. We had a pretty cool little encounter with the Jackal over on multiplayer here on Vurhonga, and, I mean, it's probably no surprise given the title, but, yeah. I think we'll just claim the Springbuck and take a look at what happened there, because it was pretty cool. It was, another one that I'm pretty happy to have found. But random female Springbuck, and we'll jump over to a clip from a couple of days ago. Alright, we might finally be in a place where I can actually do this. I've been tracking that guy right there, actually, a level 9 Jackal, for, honestly, I have no idea how long, but I think he's finally in a place we can maybe get a shot with our 243 here. So this is the area where we shot the Brown Diamond K Buffalo and like a bunch of level 9 K Buffalo up on this hillside. And usually when you spook K Buffalo up here, they kind of run down over where the Jackal are headed. And it's nice and open down there, and they stop and give you like a decent shot when they go alert. So I'm hoping the Jackal do the same thing, and hopefully we can get like a good 150 meter broadside shot and just bring him down, because, you know, usually I just shoot Jackal on the trot and hope for the best. I don't really want to risk that on a level 9. I mean, I just see so few of them. That one's a gray, so that can't be it. And that's just a 4, it's the right color. But I think they're going to go down there like where that Kudu is and pretty much just do that. Kind of stop and start walking and hopefully give us a shot there. Okay. I totally forgot. We're literally almost dead. Let's try to get healed. I don't want to try to shoot that, because that's going to spook the Jackal further, and they're in such a perfect spot. So, I mean, maybe we can just keep dodging them for a minute until they come out of there? Because those are the Warthogs, and the Jackal are probably behind them because they go so slow. There's one there, that's not him. Actually, that's him right there, so maybe if we keep sidestepping that Buffalo, we can get it. I forgot they changed the, like, footstep audio. So it didn't sound that loud to me, but that's because they don't really get as loud as they used to, so I still thought we had, like, a couple of seconds to get out of there. That would not have been good if he actually killed us, like, literally when we got the Jackal in the perfect spot. But they're still fleeing. I was really hoping maybe they would just stop by now. But we're gonna have to keep kind of just hanging with them until eventually they stop, because they're going to. I don't know if it's because they're Jackal, maybe they do run further. Like, I've never really paid too much attention to that. But, like, he's kind of stopping there for a second, but it still says fleeing. Yeah, I didn't think that was actually going to be it. We can't just stand still. I want to let our heart rate go down, but if we do that, that guy's going to run us over again. I mean, he has to be stopping soon. I think that other one is. And usually the higher levels run a little bit further. Okay, now he's going to go alert. I'd like him to stand still, though. I really don't like him sort of like walking in circles like that. There we go. Alright. Man. That was not supposed to be that stressful. Literally, everything got lined up perfect with him deciding to go like up that hillside and then down here. And of course this guy's going aggressive now too, but I think we're just going to try to avoid him. It was literally like, all we had to do was sit and wait. And then of course, we have a Cape Buffalo chasing us, and it just never is that easy. Even after, you know, tracking him for however long, and I really don't know how long that we did. I know I tracked him a good couple of kilometers, but switching tracks and everything, I don't know if that counts it the same. But, I mean, he dropped, so I can't see any issues there. There's no way we hit, like, too high and shot him through the skull. So, as long as he's big enough, I think we're set, and honestly, those Cape Buffalo are still probably following us, so I think we're just going to kind of claim him and go here, and hope that he's big enough. And he is 29.5, I think. That's bigger than our other Diamond Jackal, and actually only 1.9 kilometer tracking distance. Now we're stuck here, so we better just get him taxidermized and kind of get on out of here before the Cape Buffalo run us over. But I thought we tracked him further than, you know, 2 kilometers. It felt like it, but maybe it's just because they sort of go so slow and I keep waiting for that perfect opportunity. But yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Maybe we can have a second Diamond Jackal in the lodge somewhere then. So that was another really cool one, and one that I hope someday can be used for a multi-mount, because they have the Red Fox and White-tailed Jackrabbit multi-mount. They're not even on the same map. I don't see any reason why they can't do a scrub hare, and a jackal. So I'm hoping someday we can use that, because we have one jackal already mounted, and I think it would be really cool to do one like in a multi-mount as well, but that's going to be something we have to go put in the trophy lodge by the end of this. But I decided to come to Central Savannah and see what drinks here, and there are a ton of kudu, just nothing all that interesting. So if you want to see real quick, it's this lake right here, but I think we'll kind of just try to get 2 of them, because last time trying to take 3 was a little bit risky. If that shot would have been a little worse, it would have been a problem. But that's like a good size 3. And then just get that guy too, since he's standing nice and broadside. So that'll be 2 more, and I think from here on out I want to go to areas where, you know, it's not a place where I consistently see kudu necessarily, because I want to try to get to ones where I'm not usually hunting them. So maybe down here, even though I see them some, and then I want to go to like these lakes, the little ones that I don't frequent as much, and just see if kudu even drink there, because I have no idea. Like I said, this is something I never really do, but I just want to get to the spots where, you know, maybe there's good-sized kudu hanging around and I just never even go to those areas at all. So I really wouldn't even see them if they're feeding or resting, so that's going to be the plan. Actually got a gold out of that 3, so he was a pretty good sized one. And then that one's just going to be a silver, but let's go down here, because I know, like, there should be a lot of kudu in this area, even though, like I said, I kind of want to go to places I don't frequent as often. We'll do this one and then go to those other lakes. Well, there were kudu here, but there's a lion right down there by the lake. I don't know if it rests there or what. And just the way that kudu flee, they go pretty fast, so unless he really slows to a trot, like, in view here. Can we get that? Definitely got him pretty good. I don't know if that lion's gonna hang around, but I believe it was a female, and those are the ones that I really want to try to get for respawn, so while we're here, if we can take her, that would be good. I know, like, I saw her head pop up behind the brush somewhere down in here, and maybe if we get into this tripod we can see her. I mean, it's definitely not made easier by the fact that it's so dark, but there is a random level 3 kudu coming back, so might as well just take that instead and be happy with 2 kudu when, you know, a lion was spooking them off to begin with. And that second one was close to a gold. It's literally 0.1 away. And I'm honestly not even sure about the first. I know he was a 3 as well, but I don't really know how big. But man, vital hit and high bleed rate. I kind of want to see where that hit him, because I thought we were maybe a little bit back. So maybe like liver, stomach, intestine, something like that. Yep. Liver, pelvis, intestine. Just somehow didn't actually hit the stomach, even though it looks like it goes right through it. So a little bit smaller than the other one. But, I mean, it's going to be good for respawns. Like, it's just nice. I don't really know how much I'm going to do this because I really don't like night hunting. But it's nice to be able to just specifically target kudu and get a lot of them in a short period of time. Just get respawns because, like, I find some as they're feeding just, like, while I'm hunting around. But it's not a lot of them. And I think it's going to be good to just get a bunch like this. And even if we don't, like, do this again specifically hunting their drink times, still these same ones feed in places where we go. So we'll see the respawns one way or another. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we should just focus on areas where I actually tend to see kudu, you know, in some capacity just feeding around, because I've checked those 3 lakes that I mentioned, and there's pretty much just nothing here. So I think for the rest of this, I want to go to this lake and this lake and see what's going on there. And this lake's got some hunting pressure, so we'll probably try to get here first. Ooh. Not a max score estimate, but max weight estimate kudu. I was literally getting ready to say, like, there's much less going on at this lake than I had hoped, but one good-sized one definitely makes up for that. Actually, he's going to take a step forward, so we'll wait just a second for him to maybe go to drink again, just so I know he's going to stay still. And that'll bring him down, so at least there was something good at this lake, but as far as numbers go, I think we're going to be relying on that last lake to maybe be a good spot for us, and we didn't get much of that pressure cleared. I do have a tripod up there by my tent, but I'm not sure how useful it's going to be because it's kind of not in the best spot for a view. And actually, I don't know how we missed that, but I can't tell if there's brush in the way. Yeah, there must have been. So, kind of unfortunate, but really difficult to see in the dark if there's anything blocking them. But that's maybe one we can kind of come back for and maybe get when we're back here and see if this guy's even respawned as something better. So he should be like close to that 28 mark, I would say. 27.2, so a good bit smaller than that one good one we shot at the beginning. kind of a decent heart shot at the angle we had at 200 meters, but yeah, let's go down to this tent and see what's going on down here, because I know, like, when we really started hunting for Vurhonga and looking for animals to fill the small plaques, this was one of the lakes where I remember shooting, like, a good-sized level 4 Kudu like that first one, so I'm curious to see if he's respawned or just in general, like, what drinks down here. I mean, it's a little anticlimactic, but as far as I can tell, what drinks down here is just this one lone female Kudu. I didn't see any, like, across the entire lake. And I mean, it's dark, so it's hard to tell, like, I could be missing something. But this is all I can see, so I guess at this point we might as well take it. I did say I was pretty happy with, like, the multi-mounts we have for the Kudu, and I think actually at this point I only have one set up. But we don't have an albino female, and maybe that would be cooler than the red-brown that we have. And somehow lately I've been really lucky with getting, like, random rare females to spawn when I mostly don't shoot them to ever get the respawn, so who knows, maybe we can get that kind of luck and improve the multi-mount in that way. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be something that I do a lot, because night hunting is just not the best where you really can't see that well, and I don't know. I like to hunt them in their feed zones more, but it's nice to just get a bunch of them and get those respawns, and we'll see what it does for us. If we get, like, a bunch of good ones again, maybe we'll kind of hunt around and do this again one of these days. But we do have a Jackal, like I said, from multiplayer to go put in the trophy lodge, so we'll go find a spot for him. And honestly, like, I looked around the entire lodge, and I think the best thing we can remove is this albino female Jackal, and we just got it a couple of weeks ago. But I think a diamond here is going to be maybe cooler than the albino female, and we actually have an albino male in the lodge, so, you know, there's still an albino Jackal somewhere. We'll actually go and take a look at that, but I think we'll just kind of do... Ooh, the sitting pose is actually kind of nice. Just kind of looking at the door like that. I think that's how we're going to do that. So just super quickly, we'll run out here and take a look at the albino Jackal since I mentioned it. So he gets to stay here for a little while. And I was going to change the time, like so it would be brighter in the lodge, but I really like the look of it at night. It's just cool. I like how they've kind of captured the interior lighting. It actually just does look really nice, so I figured I'd leave it. But yeah, I wanted to put this diamond Jackal in a video somewhere. It was definitely an interesting hunt, getting chased down by Cape Buffalo and nearly getting killed, but it was a cool one. I just don't see a lot of these. I don't really target them, much like the Kudu. It's just kind of opportunity kills, and we definitely took our opportunity on that one. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.